Before heading out, I'm doing a quick check of everything, making sure the bike looks good, checking the tires, controls, mirrors, and making sure I've got all my gear on. I think that's one of the most important parts of riding. You don't want to just jump on and immediately take off without making sure everything is ready. Helmet is on, gear is on, everything looks good, so I'm ready to go. Starting the motorcycle is always one of my favorite parts. You press the starter, the engine comes to life, and you immediately hear that different sound compared to a car. I'm just going to take it easy at first. When you're on a motorcycle, you really notice how much more connected you are to everything around you. You're not sitting inside a cabin with windows around you. You can feel the wind, the temperature, and even small changes in the road. That's one of the reasons motorcycles are so enjoyable. I'm just riding at a comfortable speed right now and getting warmed up. One thing I've learned is that you really have to stay focused when you're riding. You can't just zone out and expect everything to be fine. You're constantly scanning ahead, checking your mirrors, watching traffic, and looking for anything that could become a problem. I'm coming up to an intersection now, so I'm slowing down and making sure everything is clear before continuing. Once you're back on the road, you can really settle into the ride. The engine is running smoothly, the weather is nice, and honestly, this is the kind of ride where you don't even need a destination. You can just ride. That's probably one of the biggest differences between riding a motorcycle and driving a car. With a car, you're usually thinking about where you're going. With a motorcycle, sometimes the ride itself is the reason you're out. You can take a longer route, explore different roads, and just enjoy being outside. I'm coming through another section here, and I'm taking the corner smoothly. I'm not trying to do anything crazy. The goal is just to stay comfortable and ride within my ability. That's something I think is really important with motorcycles. They're fun, but they also demand respect. You don't want to ride beyond your experience just because the motorcycle is capable of going faster. There are always going to be people who ride faster than you or have more experience than you. That doesn't matter. The important thing is getting better gradually and staying safe. I'm just cruising along now. The weather makes a huge difference too. When it's a nice day, riding outside feels completely different. You get the wind hitting your helmet, you hear the engine, and you're surrounded by the environment instead of being inside a car. It feels much more immersive. And even though you're just sitting on a motorcycle, you're actually using a lot of your body. Your hands are controlling the bike, your feet are working the controls, you're maintaining balance, and you're constantly making small adjustments. After riding for a while, you definitely start feeling it. Your back, shoulders, arms, and legs can all get tired depending on how long you've been riding. But that's part of the experience. I'm going to slow down a little bit here because there's more going on around me. Traffic is one of the biggest things you have to pay attention to on a motorcycle. You have to assume that other drivers might not see you. Even if you're doing everything correctly, somebody could change lanes without noticing you or pull out unexpectedly. That's why being predictable and staying aware is so important. I'm keeping plenty of space around me and just taking my time. There's really no reason to rush. The ride is more enjoyable when you're relaxed anyway. Now that we're back on a quieter section, I'm just enjoying the motorcycle again. You can hear the engine working, and every time you roll on the throttle, you can feel the bike respond. That's one of the coolest things about motorcycles. The connection between you and the machine is immediate. You don't have to do much to feel the difference. A small movement of the throttle changes the engine. A small steering input changes your direction. Everything feels direct, and that's probably why motorcycle riders get so attached to their bikes. It's not just transportation. For a lot of people, it's an experience. You start getting familiar with your specific motorcycle, you know how the engine sounds, you know how the brakes feel, you know how it handles. You even start recognizing little things that you wouldn't notice on another bike. I'm starting to head back now, so I'm just taking the same relaxed approach.